Honestly, I'm getting sick of the sensationalist and frankly intellectually lazy predictions about AI and its impact. It's either an authoritarian digital dystopia or a glistening, clean energy, biohacked up the ass, work-free utopia. Every conversation about it seems to be the same. How it will impact the economy, automation, job loss, productivity. But honestly, as I work with it more and more every day, I'm constantly reminded the only firewall against us being completely subsumed by this tech wave is our humanity. Okay, here's the bad news first. Humans aren't really good at integrating technology without breaking a whole lot of shit in the meantime. We do not play the long game. And now the good news. In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 rules that will define who thrives in this coming disrupted world, and honestly might what also say who thrives in this coming disrupted world, and honestly what might also save it. The creator economy. The content we consume here on YouTube and social media is either being devoured or reshaped by something new, the meaning economy. And it's not subtle. We are starved. Starved for touch, ritual, meaning. If the experts are even half right about the impact AI is going to have on society, healthcare, entertainment, politics, the economy, then there are 3 elemental future-proof ingredients that will always be needed, always be wanted, and always be inherently human. Food, sex, art. That's it. Sustenance, touch, creative expression. That's what really matters. When things get really dark or when things get really good. If we're living in a dystopian megacity or self-sufficient tribe somewhere, those are the things that will define our lives. How we keep ourselves nourished, how we celebrate in community, how we hold on to our humanity through storytelling, through creation. That's the win. That's where we stay irreplaceable. So think about it. Food cooked with intention, ritual, artistry, intimacy built on trust and physical connection. Art made by human hands. In a sea of synthetic, the visceral becomes divine. And yeah, not to get too cynical, but that's going to be the ultimate luxury product, and people will pay handsomely for it. Even Reddit's co-founder, Alexis Ohanian, doesn't just see this as a cultural shift. He sees it as a market waiting to explode.
My bet is 10 years from now, live theater, at a time when the commoditization of so many parts, not all of, but so many parts of like on-screen storytelling happens, and it gets easier and cheaper and more efficient and more dynamic. Like, you will see a big shift in that industry, and it's not going to go away. It's going to elevate so many things, but every screen we look at, for sure, our phones, our televisions, whatever, will be so programmed to show us what we want, when we want it, how we want it. A part of our humanity will miss, thousands of years ago when we were sitting around a campfire and that great storyteller was doing the voices and the impressions. We were like, oh, that's hilarious, Jimmy. Do the story again at the time we tried to catch the gazelle, right? That's ingrained in our species. So I actually bet 10 years from now, live theater will be more popular than ever. Because again, we'll look at all these screens with all these AI polished images, and we'll actually want to sit in a room with other humans to be captivated for a couple of hours in a dark room to feel the goosebumps of seeing live performances, of human performances. And so I think we'll see this across a number of different sectors and areas that'll feel anachronistic. It'll feel crazy that in 2040, the hottest ticket in town will be a live performance. But I think there's some truth to that. I think that's why I'm so bullish on sports, because no one's going to pay money to cheer for and cry for a robot kicking a soccer ball. Like, we need humans doing that. We need to feel their pain and their success and their triumphs. And those are the areas that get me most hopeful, because it's kind of a nice throwback to when we were just hunting or growing the things we needed to live, when, the distractions we had were literally the humans around us, and the community we had were basically the only people we all knew for our entire lives.
And I'll be real with you guys. I stopped drinking 5 years ago. But the only time my sobriety ever feels shaky is when I see Stanley Tucci at a table in northern Italy, surrounded by people sharing a beautiful meal. wine being passed around. That's what I miss. Not the alcohol, the tiny community, the intimate celebration where food is love. In a world of simulation and frictionless escapism, we're spoon-fed algorithmically targeted crap. The tactile becomes the treasure now. If you build for that, if you live for that, you're not falling behind. You're early. I honestly believe the world is about to stop rewarding assholes. I mean, look around. Yeah, seems like powerful assholes are everywhere and the only ones running the show. But how long can that actually last? Think about history. There were some major assholes who had a good run, but virtually all of them did not go out elegantly. And seriously, would you call any of them at 2 a.m.? Would you want them in your community? Yeah, exactly. So that clears the field for the emotionally intelligent, the synthesizers, the ones who can connect the dots, build teams, ideas, and bridges. Where tolerance will stop being a weaponized buzzword and start being what it always was. Not just a job requirement, but a human requirement. Because in a collapsing system, community is the economy. It shows up as compassionate, engaged neighbors and coworkers. And yeah, AI will soon do everything except be human. And that's our hack in a post-AGI world. Not your productivity or your fluency in the latest model. What will set you apart is presence, your authenticity. What makes you smart, funny, and tortured, and how you bring that to the world. That's your primary source of currency going forward. Your job, your credentials, your certifications, they're secondary now. Sure, go ahead and learn a new skill for the coming age of AI. But also, relearn who you really are. Use this weird in-between timeline to figure out what you want to give to this new future. Not just how you use these tools for an employer, but how to use them for you and the people around you. You have to let go of the idea that it's enough to know things now. Memory recall, specialized skill sets, out the window. You need to relearn how to learn. The fastest growing skill sets aren't technical anymore. They're adaptive, hybrids, blends of tech and art, secular and spiritual, science and soul. In a post-AGI world, the most future-proof careers are the ones that demand adaptability, creativity, and human connection. Traits that no algorithm, no San Francisco tech cabal can model or automate. The World Economic Forum lists jobs like sustainability specialist, mental health professional, and creative team leader. But what they really mean is the future belongs to those who can think in systems, lead through change, and reconnect people to what makes life feel worth living. And that might look like an artisanal baker who fuses tradition with innovation, a nurse who brings empathy and intuition to a digitized healthcare system, or a new kind of consultant, someone who solves complex problems by synthesizing insights across domains, using lived experience, curiosity, and taste. Taste can't be replicated, and it can't be duplicated at scale. And humans, we sniff out fake a mile away. So the goal? Learn what you love, learn what you could offer a community, and relearn who you are and what you bring to the table. Again, we're entering a post-specialization era. AI will write code, it will diagnose disease, it will design logos, schedule meetings, write emails, optimize this, all that. But it will not, cannot be human, and that's where we rise. Because the future won't belong to the fastest, cleanest, most polished. It will belong to those who can stay curious, thrive in uncertainty, and stay rooted in their unique essence. We don't fit the old mold. We weren't built for the assembly line. But that's kind of the point. The future doesn't belong to specialists. It belongs to the souls who can see across categories and stay kind when it gets dark. I want you to walk into the future with clarity and courage. Download the Smart Funny Tortured Self-Audit, and I think you'll be surprised to learn who you are and what you can bring to this new world that needs you now more than ever. The link's below. So like, subscribe, and comment. And send this to someone who you want to join you in this new future. No assholes, please. Take care. It's gonna be okay.